So we've got the thin set mix. We have a nice, smooth, soft serve ice cream-like consistency. Now what we need to do is put it down on the substrate. What we've got here is a cement backer board, and you want to make sure to have a really solid base. Again, you can't say that enough with tile. So what we've got here above the subfloor is a layer of thin set. Then we put the backer board down. We tape the seams and put mortar over those seams. And then what we're gonna do is over the backer board, put a layer of mortar down of your thin set, and then put your tile on top of that. And as you can see, this right here is about the perfect consistency. It's nice and pliable, so you can spread it, really manipulate it, and move it all around. Now I've already put down a couple tiles here, and this is going to be about the last one now, so I think we have just a perfect amount. So the first thing we want to do here is move this all around. Shit, that first video was much better. Okay, so we've got our thin set. We're going to spread it around. We're going to make sure it gets nice and even and consistent around the whole area where the tile is going to be. Okay, now that it's pretty much covering the whole area, what we have to do is take our notched trowel and make little ridges here. Okay. And see how that trowel can just move right through the tile and just push it around. It doesn't pull it. It makes these perfect straight rows. That's really what you want in order to make sure you have consistent coverage. Now, I always like to carry a wet towel with me, just in case I make little mistakes like that. You don't want your thin set to dry on there, so I like to wipe it up right away. Okay, I'm going to pull out my tile here and flip it over, look for the arrow, and I'm taking the arrow and pointing everything in the same direction. So that way if your tile has any specific pattern, texture, or whatever, it'll all be there. Now, I take this down, set it about where it needs to be, and it looks like I didn't spread my thin set over far enough. So I'm going to set this off to the side, and I'll come back and make sure that it gets all the way over to here. Anywhere that you have a void, a gap, is a spot that your tile could potentially crack. And you don't want that. Perfect. Okay. So again, double check my arrow, facing the correct direction. And let it drop. Now you want a nice, solid thud, okay? Now let me show you what will happen. If you just leave the tile like that, see if I can't lift it up, and you don't make sure to really press it in place, this is what's going to happen. You see that? Can you zoom in on this spot right here? That doesn't cover everything. Look, I mean, it does all right. Look at those spots right in here, though. So what we're going to do instead is drop it, let it get a good thud, cut off my fingers, and then pull it perpendicular to your lines that you put in with your notched trowel. Pull it this way, push it back. And what that's going to do, it's going to smash those ridges together. Then I'm going to run my finger across here. I'm going to check it for level. That feels pretty good. I could get kind of crazy and use a level if I really wanted to. But it doesn't have to be perfect. Just has to be good enough. Alright, we've got my spacers in here. Make sure to use your spacers. I know if I was trying to eyeball it, I'd already have crooked lines. Push it up there. Perfect. And that's good. Now I'm just going to kind of press over it a little bit with my hands. Make sure to press out any air bubbles that might be along the edges. Right there was one. Okay. Double check my spacers again. And now I'm going to clean up my edges. All right, keep it going. That's good getting that. And then I'll do my little outro. All right, do-it-yourselfers. This has been the Guy in the Hat here with 2 segments: how to mix up your thin set, and then also how to lay your tile in the thin set you just mixed. Stay tuned. More DIY videos to come on how you can remodel your home with just a toolbox. Thanks a lot.